Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mr. Marvin here, and unfortunately, again, not in the classroom. I apologize for that. Just got a little sick and haven't been in. So, I apologize for that. I will be back on Monday, I imagine. So, again, if you are in person, then you are going to be reporting to the freshman lecture hall. Um, so, yeah, again, I apologize for not being in person, and let's get through this so that guys know what you should be doing today. So, even though I'm not in person, we're still going to go over a vocab quiz, and should be pretty straightforward. It's just over the vocab that we have done for the past few weeks, and a little bit about the grammar that we covered. It's not going to be anything too crazy. Should be a piece of cake. And then you are also going to be starting your presentation recordings, and we'll get into the specifics of that in just a minute. Come on. There we go. Okay, yeah. So once again, I apologize for not being here again, but you know, just how it is sometimes. So another quick announcement: if you haven't turned in your 426 work assignment yet, please do so. Um, right, currently, it's the only grade that you have in the grade book. So you either have like your 100% or 90% or whatever it is you got, or you have a 0 in the grade book and you're currently failing this grading period. So make sure that you turn that in. A couple of you were missing some questions, and so I should have left um, comments on like the major ones, so those can be resubmitted. But the only reason that you got marked down on that assignment is if you didn't finish all the questions. So if you want to resubmit that for some more points, you can do that. Otherwise, just make sure it's turned in as soon as possible. But yeah, so your student learning objective for today, you're going to finish your Elizabethan presentations, demonstrate your level of understanding of vocab and grammar rules, and then record your guys' presentations. So your bell ringer for today. Do you have any questions for me about your presentation so far? So yesterday was the asynchronous day, right? And you had an opportunity to hop into the Google Meet and ask questions if you needed it. No one really joined, so I can only assume from that you guys don't have questions, but maybe I'm just completely, you know, out of touch. But if you do have questions, what are they? And so what I would recommend here, if you do have questions, send me an email or check out the PowerPoint or the video from, what was it, Wednesday. So check those first. And if you still have questions, please email me, because this is going to be one of the first big assessments in the grade book. And if you do well, it'll really be a good anchor to keep your grade higher. But if you don't do well, then well, we know where that's going to end up. So if you have any questions, put them here, but then take the extra step and email me, and I will help you out individually. I want you guys to succeed. And yeah, so ball's in your court if you have any questions. Okay, so today's agenda is first, you are going to take your quiz over the vocab and grammar that we covered during this week and last week. So if you would like to study for this quiz before you take it, that's fine. Just check out the PowerPoints from the last few weeks. I should put the words, I should have put the words like up in an announcement yesterday. So I'll just double check and make sure that those are still up. So if you want to study for that a little bit before you take it, by all means. But just make sure you finish that quiz by tonight at midnight. If your quiz is like if you can't take your quiz because it's locked, then just send me an email and I should be able to correct that as soon as possible. So first thing is to take your quiz. Second thing, if you haven't finished your presentation yet, do so, because today is the last day that we're going to work on them. And remember that if you have more questions, check out that YouTube video. It's the same one from Wednesday where I'm kind of explaining everything, or check out the PowerPoint linked to the assignment description. So like go to the presentation and you'll see the Life in Elizabethan England presentation PowerPoint. that is something that you can use. It has all of the requirements and all that stuff. But big things, remember, you need at least 5 slides and you need enough information on your topic, on your one topic. Don't do more than one, just one, for at least 3 minutes of presentation. And then lastly, once you have finished your quiz and your presentation, start working on your recording on Flipgrid, which we are going to talk about now. So here are the requirements for your recording, and the same instructions will also be listed on your Flipgrid recordings. So first and foremost, your recording should be between 3 and 5 minutes long. So if it's any less than 3 minutes, you're going to get some points knocked off. If it's any longer than 5, you're also going to get points knocked off. So 3 to 5 minutes is a pretty generous window there. Secondly, present your slides when you're recording so that the viewer sees the presentation as well. So this is a little different from last time because in the last presentation, you just had to speak it. This time, we actually want to see your presentation, your Google Slides. So mess around with the settings there so that we can see you, we can hear you, and we can also see your computer screen with your slides on them. Number 3, speak clearly, slowly, and professionally. Also keep yourself in the presentation. So I don't just want to see a ceiling fan or just a dark background. It's a presentation, so we should see what you look like. That's kind of part of the presenting. And if your camera is just broken or something's wrong with your computer, then email me and we'll go from there. But do your best to keep yourself in the presentation with your slides, of course. So number 4, do your best to not only read off the slides, use the slides as a base for your knowledge, but talk about other things that you learned too. So pretty much what I'm doing right now, right? I'm not reading everything on my slide word for word and that's it. I'll read a point and then I'll expand on it. I'll keep talking about it. I'll talk about things related to that. So don't just read word for word because that's boring. All of us can read. A part of being a good presenter is knowing how to continue talking about things. It's what's the word that I'm looking for? Improvise based off of just a shorter bit of text. So try not to just read off of your presentation. Okay. And then lastly, be sure to explain everything on the slide, whether that be text or pictures, etc. So if you have a picture, tell us what it is, why you chose it, stuff like that. Okay, so your recordings are due by Sunday night at midnight. And if you have difficulties recording or don't have a microphone, do your best, please, to find another computer or phone that can record. So if you're using your phone, then it might be tough to, present your slides. Again, that's something where if you can, really just try and find a working computer to use this. So if you have a sibling that has a Chromebook, see if you can borrow theirs. If you have a friend that has a working Chromebook, see if you can borrow theirs. Because if you can't record this, then we're going to have to organize a time during the next asynchronous day for you to present to me in a Google Meet. So one way or another, you're going to be presenting, you're going to be saying it to someone, so might as well just do it to the Flipgrid because that's the easiest thing. So those are your requirements for your recording. And once again, I apologize for not being able to be in class, but I hope that this explanation was clear enough for what you should be doing today. So just a quick review, take your quiz, finish your presentation, and then record your presentations. And for your presentations, most important thing, show us your slides, 3 to 5 minutes long, and yeah, just have fun with it, present well. If you want to get super fancy and wear a suit and tie, that would be great too. I watch all of them and listen to all of them. So yeah, if you guys have questions, again, send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So I'll see you guys on Monday, and yeah, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys